Hi, grade 4. Today we're going to be talking about comparing fractions. So we're going to go over some vocabulary for fractions again. So a fraction names a part of a whole. 4/8 is a fraction. Equivalent fractions are fractions that represent the same number or the same amount. Numerators are the top number of a fraction. It tells how many parts in a whole are being considered. So 4 and 4/8 is the numerator. Denominator is the bottom number of a fraction. It tells the total number of equal parts in a whole. So 8 and 4/8 is the denominator. Then we have symbols. So we have a couple different symbols we're going to go over. You guys should know these already. We have talked about them in grade 4. So we have our alligator mouse, or lesser than and greater than. So the first one is the smaller number goes in front of it, and then you have the lesser than symbol, and then the bigger number goes behind. Remember, the alligator wants to eat the biggest number. What's the biggest snack? Then we have our second one, which is the greater than. So the bigger number goes in front, and the smaller number goes behind it. Then we have our equal sign. So those two numbers are equal. So we're going to start with comparing like fractions. So we have 2/7 and 5/7. So the very first thing we have to look at is the denominators. Are the denominators the same? So in like fractions, they will always be the same. So 7 and 7, they're the exact same, so we don't have to worry about looking at them. So then we have to look at 2 and 5. Which one of those numbers is bigger? Is 2 bigger or is 5 bigger? 5 is bigger, so that means our sign that goes in the middle to compare the two would be with the open side towards the 5. So 2/7 is lesser than 5/7. So let's try another one. We have 7/9 and 3/9. So our denominators are the same. So we have to look at the numerators. 7 and 3. Which one of them is greater? 7. So 7/9 is greater than 3/9. All right, one more. We have 3/20 and 3/20. So our denominators are the same, 20 and 20. Our numerators, we have 3 and 3. So what would be the sign that would go in between the two of them? An equal sign, because they are the exact same. So comparing like fractions is pretty easy. You just have to look at the numerators. But now we are going to go into how do we compare unlike fractions. So that's fractions with different numerators. So 1/4 and 4/8 are what we're going to be looking at right now. So we have to see if they're the same or if the one's bigger than the other one. So first we're going to make 1/4 have the same denominator to make it a like fraction as 4/8. So it means our very first step would be dividing the denominators. So what are our denominators in our big question? 4 and 8. So the 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So then we have to multiply the numerator of our question, which is 1 of our smaller fraction, and the denominator of that same fraction by the quotient of step number 1. So it means we do 1 times 2, which is equal to 2. So that goes at the top, that goes in our numerator spot of our new fraction for 1/4. And then we have to do 4 times 2, because we have to do the denominator by the quotient, which is equal to 8. So 8 goes in the denominator spot of our new fraction. So that means 1/4 is equal to 2/8. So those are equivalent fractions. But now we have to see, is 2/8 greater than, lesser than, or equal to 4/8? So our denominators are the same. We don't have to look at that. So which one is greater, 2 or 4? 4 is, so that means that 1/4 is lesser than 4/8. All right, we're gonna do one more. See if you guys can do this one. So we have 3/4 and 4/12. So we always do our smaller denominator. We have to change that one to the same denominator as the bigger one. So 3/4. So we have to divide the denominators. Our denominators are 4 and 12. So 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. So we have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the quotient of step number 1. So what is our numerator? 3. So we have to do 3 times 3, which is equal to 9, so 9 goes in the numerator spot of our new fraction. And which one's the denominator again now? 4, so 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. So 12 goes in the denominator spot of our new fraction. So we have 9 over 12 is equal to 3 over 4. So now we have to figure out which one is greater or lesser than or equal to each other. So 9 over 12 and 4 over 12. So we have our two denominators that are the same, so we don't have to look at them. So is 9 greater than, less than, or equal to 4? It is greater than. So that means 3 over 4 is greater than 4 over 12. All right, grade 4, that's all that I have for you today. If you need any more help, you can look at page 252 in your math textbooks, or you can come talk to me. I'm always available. All right, bye, grade 4.